Hi guys, Baz from Hognose UK here. It's been a while since I posted a video. I haven't had many clutches. I didn't have any late clutches, sort of Christmas clutches like I usually do. I reduced the amount of females I mated because I still had babies left from the previous season, so I didn't go too mad last year. Probably only done about 10 or 12 clutches. And this year I've got 4 or 5 on the ground, and I've got a few more ovulated. Again, I've had the same problem as last year. I've had a couple of females that have ovulated that I haven't mated for this season, so they would have been mated in sort of January, February 2025 time. A couple of them I'm going to have a look in my records and see if I can work out what males I put in there. Quite often I write on the tub, so I'll have a look anyway. But so this clutch today is a culmination of a project since 2010. I got the Darkling gene from a friend of mine called James Blackburn. He imported what he thought was a female, grew her up to about 2 kilos, started putting a male in with her, and then they started throwing coils at each other. Excuse the dog tapping her claws on my floor. So consequently, James is an amazing frog breeder, and just basically got fed up with breeding ball pythons. Didn't have time to do the frogs and the ball pythons, so I bought the Darkling project off of him in 2010. I've made Darkling pieds, I've made Darkling clowns, but the Darkling clowns have been multi-gene. So they've been Darkling Enchi clowns, Darkling pastel Enchi clowns, Enchi Darkling clowns. So this clutch today that I'm about to cut, I'm really hoping to make my first Darkling clowns that are single gene. I know it's a kind of a step backwards, but I don't actually know what the base clown looks like. And so today, hopefully, I shall keep my fingers crossed. I'm going to try and find out. So here they are. This is Darkling Enchi clown and blackhead clown into Darkling het clown. The blackhead clown was last year, so I wrote it on the box just in case, but mostly the mating's been Darkling Enchi clown. I want to produce a Darkling clown that hasn't got any other genes in it. Now these eggs, this is very unusual for me. You're going to see me cut a clutch that hasn't pipped yet. These eggs are day 59, and I'm going to be working for the next couple of days, so I'm going to cut them and make sure they don't get into any trouble. So here we go, first clutch of 2026. I can feel the snake kicking under my fingers. Still plenty of goo in there. I've never left the clutch to go till day 59. They normally hatch around about 56, 57. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that's oh, that's interesting. That's either a pastel Enchi or a pastel leopard. So if it's got pastel in it, it can only really be the Darkling Enchi pastel clown. So we know the dad is straight away. So that isn't leopard. That's pastel Enchi Darkling het clown. What I do for this video, I'll show you pictures of, I'll show you Dad, because he's absolutely stunning. And there we have, same again. So that first one might just be a pastel Darkling het clown. This one looks a lot more Enchified. So that's a pastel Enchi Darkling. That one's a lot brighter over there. So obviously have more of an idea once they come out completely. Typical, the one thing I didn't want, which was loads of pastels. The first two are pastels, of course. And that's continuing. So there's a copy of Dad. So there is a pastel Enchi Darkling clown. Really nice. That is absolutely amazing. Now all I want really from this clutch is a Darkling clown with no other genes in it, because I've yet to make one. I've got Darkling clowns, but they've all got other genes in. Ooh, what we got there? There's an Inchy Darkling clown. I've already got one of those. So he's male and he's ready to breed. Maybe I should have used him for this clutch and I wouldn't have had any pastels. Considering he's a day 59, there's still quite a lot of goo. And I noticed a couple of bits of yolk on a couple of them, so check my incubator temperatures and then what I know. Ah, there we go. So that is a Darkling clown without anything else in it. Look at that head. That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted from this clutch, and I achieved it, which is excellent. Have a good look at it when it comes out. So it's 3 out of 5 clowns, so this one with the odds. If the odds are in my favour, it'll be another clown. If they're not, they're normal, it'll be a non-clown. Oh, there's another clown. Oh, there we go. So that's a pastel Darkling clown that's not inchy. So quite an interesting mixture of different combinations in there. But the clowns one, the clowns, should I say, won the odds. That's pretty. So this guy, I don't think he's going to play ball. This is the Inchy Darkling clown that I made last season. He's not a year old yet, but he's, as you can see, he's a good size. Probably breedable. I did say he's breedable, but probably is. I'm not sure. So he, as you can see, he's got the typical Inchy clown markings. It's a very different head stamp. Got a beautiful head stamp. Couldn't tell you what colour eyes they are, but they're quite interesting. Quite slitty looking. Quite I don't know, a bit sort of, they look a bit orangey to me, but I'm sure someone will correct me with the colour, because I haven't got my colour blindness glasses on. And this guy, if you're familiar with Inchy clowns, you'll know that he's not a typical Inchy clown colour. He's more like a latte coffee colour. It's a weird colour. I couldn't tell you what colour it is exactly. What I should do is get someone else to stand by on these videos to comment on the colour for me. But as you can see, he's a beautiful animal, almost ready to breed. In fact, let's pop him and have a look. I'd say he probably is. Yeah, little tiny threads of sperm there, so he's not quite ready, but not far off. I wanted to make one without the Inchy in it to see what a Darkling clown without Inchy or other genes in it look like. And obviously we've achieved that. You can see this guy is gorgeous. So this is Dad. This is the Darkling Inchy clown. Darkling's a weird gene. I call it Darkling because the original Darkling is very, very dark. Hence the name. But when you put it into something with light colours in it, it enhances it. So the dark genes, it makes them darker and makes them really sort of deep. And the lighter genes, it really enhances and brightens them up. So this is a pastel Inchy Darkling clown, and just look how bright this fella is. He's absolutely beautiful. See a typical excuse me, you can see the typical Inchy markings down his back, and he is pastel, but look how bright he is. Pastel Inchy. And then the head on this boy is just amazing. Put your head up. Now I've said it, you're going to hide, aren't you? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. That's the first clutch that I've used this boy for, and as you can see, there's some stunning animals in there, but obviously you'll see them better once they're out of the egg. Absolutely stunning. quite large as well, as you can probably see. So this is the Darkling female. She's a typical looking Darkling, except for you get a lot more of these fingers in the het clowns. They're a lot more pronounced, and the white around the teardrops around the fingers and that. Typical looking Darkling, quite a busy looking belly, semi-tram lines, quite often along their bellies. Really weird gene, can't work it. I've still yet to work this one out completely. It never produces any normals from a clutch. I'm 3 generations down and it doesn't produce a super either, so not really sure how that works. There you go. So she's a normal looking Darkling. That beautiful head, like lovely chocolatey colour. Darkling het clown, and that was her first clutch. She's probably about the same age as the boy that I just showed you. She's about 3 years. Beautiful. And you can see she's getting her condition back after laying those eggs. So here they are all shed off. There's one that hasn't shed, but it's exactly the same as this one, so I'll show you her. So this is the sort of lowest denomination from the clutch. There is 6 eggs. See, these are very large babies. Guy and Hamish were around last night and they commented on the size of these babies. And these haven't fed yet. They've literally just shed in the last 24-48 hours. So this is a pastel Enchi Darkling, 100% het clown. And I know what sex this is already because it's a female. But absolutely stunning little powerhouse. Then I've already got one of these and I'm going to show you him later in the video. So this is a Darkling Enchi clown. The head stamp on this guy is absolutely amazing. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. The colour is different. The Darkling doesn't make a great deal of difference to the thing overall, but like these back markings are a lot darker than you'd expect from a normal Enchi clown, and actually the sides, it loses a little bit. In fact, it kind of dulls it down a little bit, the Enchi with the Darkling. But they're quite interesting, and I've actually, as I said, I've already got a male of this. This is a female, and it might be nice to make super Enchi Darkling clowns, but we'll have a think about that. Then the next one along in the line, I'm saving the single gene Darkling to last, but this is a Darkling pastel clown. Absolutely gorgeous head, typical looking pastel clown head. But these markings down the back, the black back of it, is almost like a silvery colour. It's really hard. It's to I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not. It's almost like a silvery xanthic colour. It's quite an unusual looking animal, to be honest. It's really pretty. This is the first time I've made a Darkling pastel clown, and it's, look at that, the flushing up the sides and that's really nice. It's a bit like the raptor gene, but there's no yellow belly or raptor in these. And let's have a look, see what sex this one is. That's a boy. Beautiful, the contrast on them is amazing. In here, you two. Then this one is the copy of Dad. Now these, I'm going to do a video of Dad as well, so you can see the difference. But I mean, this is a really bright, beautiful animal. But these get brighter. The Darkling's weird. It accentuates lighter genes and it darkens dark genes. And this is a pastel Enchi Darkling. Again, look how dark the back markings and that are on it. Beautiful head stamp, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's almost got like a little face in the top of its head. This is a female, so that's a nice, that would be a nice girl to keep actually. Beautiful, look at that. Big girls as well. So this is the one I was trying to make. The whole point of this clutch was to make one of these. I made Darkling clowns 2 years ago, but I never made any single gene Darkling clowns, and this is the first one basically. Look at that, look at the head stamp on this guy. It's absolutely gorgeous, really unusual. Look how dark the black back is on the back, and he has also got, so I'm saying I'm going to say it's the Darkling bringing this to the table. He's also got big flaring flames up the side, very much like the yellow belly and raptor type genes. So look at the other side. Yeah, look at that. So there we have it. That's the world's first Darkling single gene clown. Look at that face. Absolutely stunning. I love this animal. I haven't even sexed this one yet. Let's have a look what it is. And that is a little girl. So she won't be going anywhere. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Over the moon with this girl. Well, there we have it. Goal achieved. As you could probably tell from the video, or maybe you couldn't, I don't know. But I'm over the moon with the single gene Darkling. She's absolutely gorgeous. Some of the other Darkling clowns that were made in the same clutch are just you know, amazing, blow me away. So now I've got to the point of what do I do, where do I go from here, what do I put into the Darkling clowns to hopefully make them, what do I add to the Darkling clowns to make them better. So basically what happens with the Darkling is weird. It, with a light colour morph, it enhances it, as you'll see, or as you've seen with the dad, and with the dark stuff it makes it even better. One of the best Darklings I made was a Darkling Cinnamon, and it was really dark, beautiful animal. So I've got to work out where I go from here. I've made some blackhead Darklings, they're really dark, really nice. I'm going to sort of incorporate that into the clowns at some point. I've got Darkling Pieds, I've got Darkling clowns, maybe I'll do Darkling clown Pieds, who knows. I'm very happy with how the Pied came out, and I'm also very happy with how the clown came out, now that I've actually seen it without any other genes stacked on top. So there you go, first video of 2026. There won't be millions of them this year because I haven't done that many matings. As I said in the intro, there's I'll probably end up on maybe 10 clutches, maybe 12 if they keep ovulating without being mated. So if you enjoyed this video, please tick like. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, and enjoy the summer. It's on the way, apparently.